You want people to stop scrolling, watch your video, and then stick around for more. Whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, this metric is going to determine how far the algorithms push your video and how many people your video gets out to. You know, I've been asked a few times now how I edit my YouTube shorts, TikToks, and IG Reels. Do I use my phone? Do I edit on PC? Which one do I use? For me personally, I'll use my computer to edit if I have kind of a more complex video that I want to do. It's complex thought that needs to be really airtight and quick. If I'm doing something more casually, it's a single thought and I just want to get it out quick, I'll use my phone. I really don't think there's a right or a wrong way to edit short form content. I think it's really just a matter of what's your preference and what are you trying to convey. But for me, I've always used TikTok or Instagram's built-in editors because they do everything I need them to do and they do it efficiently. Now, if for some reason I really need something super complex, I can always hop over onto my computer and use Camtasia. Camtasia Studio is a smaller name editing software. It doesn't have all the same technical capabilities of something like Adobe Premiere, right? But Camtasia is super efficient and it's something that I've been using for about a decade now. Now, if you've been paying attention, you'll notice that I mentioned efficiency for both editing on my phone and on the computer. And that's because I'm concerned with getting videos out as fast as possible so that I can get more out. And I'll give you an example of why I do that. This past week, 2 of the videos I dropped, right? One of them, I put in over 2 hours of editing. It was planned. I did a whole bunch of stuff, probably about 5 hours worth of work for this one video. Got 750 views. At midnight, I just had a thought and I put it over some B-roll I had in my phone in a separate video, and that was the most viewed video on my channel. So you can see how time doesn't always correlate to the most amount of views that you're gonna get. So in my opinion, it's good to put out quantity because the more shots you're taking, the more you're gonna make. Now, if you are gonna edit videos on your phone like I do, here's a few hacks for you to know. First of all, the YouTube editor and your built-in editor on your phone app, both garbage. You wanna stick to primarily Instagram or TikTok's editor in my opinion. On top of that, if you're gonna make a video on TikTok or on Instagram, after you post it, you wanna use third-party downloader sites like Snap Insta to be able to download that video without a watermark. Because if you save a TikTok video you made and it has your TikTok watermark and you post that on Instagram and YouTube, they're not gonna push it as far in the algorithm. Vice versa, if you have that Instagram watermark, TikTok's not gonna push it as far. So by using third-party downloader sites, you can get rid of that watermark and let it go further for the same amount of work. Now, I kind of realized that I've made an assumption so far. My assumption is that you're here because you wanna grow on social media and you wanna maximize your views. If you're just here to learn a little bit about editing, you can click off now because this next strategy is gonna be really big for helping you to actually grow. And that's gonna be first your hook, retention, and connection. Now, I know this sounds a little bit theoretical. This doesn't sound like something that you can easily implement, but if you know these 3 things, you're gonna get more views and more followers, so just rock with me. Now, a hook is the first few seconds of your video that's designed to keep people watching, to stop their scrolling through all of the short videos and actually get them to watch yours. And this really needs to happen in the first 2 to 3 seconds because people scroll through content so fast nowadays. So you could do this in a bunch of ways. You could move towards the camera while you're speaking to make it more entertaining. You could ask a question that the viewer also has, or you could maybe, share in a problem that they're having and show them that you're dealing with the same problems that they are. The point is you want to say something or do something to get them from scrolling and to pay attention to your video. Now, retention is the second part of this, and that really refers to how much of your video people are actually watching. Now this, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, this metric is going to determine how far the algorithms push your video and how many people your video gets out to. Now, if people watch your video on average half of the way through, that's going to put your retention at 50%. But what you want is you want your retention to be as high as possible. You want them to watch the video through once, maybe twice. The higher it is, the more it's going to help you out. And there's a few ways to kind of hack this and to handle this, whether you're editing on your phone or on the computer. Now, with phone, a couple things that'll help you with retention is having text pop up, having GIFs pop up, switching scenes every few seconds. When you really stop and watch TV shows, they switch scenes between every 2 and 12 seconds on average. So what you want to do is you want to replicate that with your content. You want to make it more like a film so that people keep watching. And this is part of the reason why editing on computer is really nice, is there's a whole bunch of stock footage websites where you can get free B-roll to just flip between. In fact, I have a subscription to Canva for $12 a month, and that gives me access to a ton of different B-roll. Let me give you another gem. I've got a buddy with a YouTube channel that has more than 50,000 subscribers, and he's tested different things to see what helps his retention. And what he said is with his short content, putting captions on screen boosts his retention significantly. Basically just putting the text of what he's saying on screen. And this is one of the perks of making your videos on Instagram, is Instagram will auto-generate captions and put them directly on the video for you. With TikTok, they do auto-generate the captions, but if you download the video, it's not going to keep the captions. So that's one thing that you can do to boost your retention, and Instagram is the best at. And here's another hack that I can speak to personally, which is that trending sounds definitely help your video to go way further in the algorithm than if you don't have a trending sound. And that's even if the sound is not linked. Like let's say you take a trending sound from Instagram and then you put it on your video and you put that video on YouTube, it's still gonna help. On my last 2 YouTube videos that I used trending sounds on, they performed about 2 to 4 times better with views than videos where I was just talking and maybe there was some music in the background. So I know trending sounds can feel corny or like, bro, like that's what everybody's doing, that's what the kids do. But I'm telling you guys, it'll help you to get more views and more exposure. Now, lastly, when you're thinking about connection, think about authenticity and value. Did you provide value that people came for? Did you inspire them? Did you make them laugh? Did you answer a question that they had? And did you do it in an authentic way to where you felt like a real person and you didn't come across as being a fake, a fraud, somebody who's trying to copy another person? Because as humans, we're just intuitively trained to know when somebody's being a fraud or when they don't know what they're talking about. If you're being true to who you are and you're providing real value, that kind of marriage is what's going to give you more followers, more subscribers. Typically, we follow people that we could see ourselves being friends with, somebody that we could vibe with or enjoy their company. Are you being that person? Are you being yourself? And this is where your engagement really comes into play. Your engagement will kind of tell you what your level of connection is with your audience. If you're getting a lot of likes and a lot of comments for your viewers, that probably says that they're resonating with what you're posting and what you're about. So first it's hook, then retention, then connection. You want people to stop scrolling, watch your video, and then stick around for more. That's all the hallmarks of good short form content. But if you guys feel like you've got a good grasp on this, you want to take things a little bit farther, this video here is going to show you how to make viral short form content, how to actually hack the algorithm, and it goes a lot deeper on some of the specifics that you can do to make your content go to that next level. So go ahead and click on that. My name is Mitchell. God bless you guys and thank you.